This video is about finding the standard deviation using this calculator, which is the Casio FX-83GTX. It's not the newest model, so it's probably the second newest model. If you want to see a video with the newest model, which is the GTCW, I have another video made in the same playlist. Example 1. Find the standard deviation of the numbers 6, 9, 10, 12, 13. So we start by pressing the menu button. Press the right arrow to get across to statistics. And when you're on number 2, you will see statistics comes up at the bottom. You press the bottom right button there, which is the equals button. And then you should see this on your screen. So we are interested in standard deviation. So we're going to go for one variable. So press the number 1, bottom right. And then this should show up. So 1, 2, 3, 4 just represents the first value, second value, third value, fourth value, and so on. So underneath the X column, we are going to put our numbers, which is 6, 9, 10, 12, 13. So press 6, and it will show up on the bottom right there. Press equals, and it'll go into your table as your first value. Next we have 9. You press 9. It'll show up there in the bottom left. Press equals, it'll go into your table as your second value. So then we have 10. So press 1 and 0, and it shows up in the bottom left. Press equals, and it goes into your table. Then we have 12. So press 1 and 2. Shows up in the bottom left corner. Press equals, and it goes into the table. And our final data value is 13. Press 1 and 3. Shows up in the bottom left corner. Press equals, and that's all of them. So it goes down to the 6th, but we're not going to put anything in. We only have 6 numbers. So when you're finished, you press OPTN, which is short for option. And then this should show up on your screen. You're going to press 3 for one variable calculation. And this is what will come up on your screen. And I'm just going to zoom in. So X bar is the mean. That's the mean of the numbers. But this symbol here is what you're looking for standard deviation. So it looks like a little circle with a little line sticking off the top right corner. And that's the standard deviation symbol. So standard deviation for this set of numbers is 2.45. Now, if we want standard deviation of frequency table. So our X values, our variables are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. And the frequency is 9, 9, 6, 4, 7, and 3. So there's 9 1s, 9 2s, 6 3s, 4 4s, 7 5s, and 3 6s. So again, we press our menu button, the right arrow to go over to statistics. And when you're on statistics, you press the bottom right equals. Then this will show up. Press 1 for one variable. And this should show up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, just telling us our first value, second value, third value, fourth value. So we need to input it. Just so happens it is the same numbers, but that will not always be the case. So we're going to press Shift because we have a frequency table. And you'll see a little S shows up in the top left corner. And then you're going to press this button. And since Shift is in yellow, and you'll see the word setup is in yellow, what you're doing here is you're getting the setup function instead of the menu. So press setup, and then this should show up. You're going to press the down arrow because we don't want any of those. And you should see these options here. We're going to press number 1 for statistics. Frequency on or off. Well, it is a frequency table, so we want it on. So we press 1. And now you'll see your frequency table comes up. So now we can input our values. So we have 1, press 1, it shows up in the bottom left corner. Press equals, and it goes into your table. And you'll see the frequency just automatically goes to 1. Then press 2 because our next X value is 2. Shows up in your bottom left corner. Press equals and it goes into your table. And again, the frequency automatically goes to 1. Next we have 3. Press 3. Then press equals. And there it is in your table. Frequency is 1. Then 4. Press 4. Press equals. And then it goes into your table. And we have 5. Press 5. Press equals. And there it is in your table. And again, frequency is 1. And finally 6. Press 6. Press equals. And there it is. So now we need to change the frequency because it just automatically goes to 1. So press your right arrow. And you'll see your black box moves over to the right. And then press your down arrow. And it will go to the top of your frequency table. So we need to change all these 1s to 9, 9, 6, 4, 7, and 3. So you press 9. Shows up in the bottom left. Equals. And it goes into the table. Next we have 9 again. So press 9. Equals. And there it is. Next we have 6. So press 6. Equals. There it is. Next we have 4. So press 4. Equals. There it is. Next we have 7. Press 7. Equals. There it is. And finally 3. Press 3. And equals. And that's all our data inputted. Then we press OPTN option. And you'll see this screen comes up. Press 3 for one variable. And there's all our data. So zooming in, so X bar stands for the mean. So the mean is 3, the mean of our frequency table. And then down here we have the standard deviation, which is 1.65. Now to clear off all your data, press Option, which is here, and then press 3 for data. Now that's to get it back into, that's if you're on the main screen again, but if you're already in the statistics, you would just have to press Option once. You'll see here, I have Option being pressed twice. So if you are on the home screen, the original screen, press Option, then 3 for data, then Option again, then 2 for editor and 2 for delete all. But if you're already in statistics, you just press Option, editor, delete all. So here's the data. So when we go into our frequency table, we press Option, and then we get this screen here. We press the number 2 for editor, and then we press the number 2 again for delete all. And then you'll see that your table is cleared off.